guys, how are you doing? Hoping you're doing well. Welcome back to Chat with the Rapist New Coffee. If this is your first time coming across this channel, I hope you'll enjoy the content here, and you can support the channel by subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today's video we are going to be talking about mental health in teenagers and in early adulthood, and what we're going to be focusing on is early detection of mental health issues in teenagers and in early adulthood. The reason as to why I have combined these two group of people is because they tend to be affected by almost similar factors when it comes to their mental health, and these are factors like anxiety, stress, self-identity crisis, peer influence, and peer pressure. And this is because these group of people are just trying to navigate who they are in life, trying to get to know themselves. They're still in that circle of life where they're not yet established. They're just trying to navigate this thing called life. So how can we detect mental health issues in this two group of people? One thing about teenagers and people in their early adulthood, they are very social. So changes in their social life that can happen through detachment. Suddenly this person is detaching from everyone, and everyone who knows them, they've started to seem disoriented in their social interactions. You're noticing confusion among them in your interaction. So what I'm trying to say is changes in social life. How is their social life? Is it as it has always been? Is it as it used to be? And these changes can be gradual or sudden changes that we can say are a detector of mental health concerns. How is their social life? How is that friend that has got you to watching this video? How is their social life? How did it change? How was this change? Was it sudden? Was it gradual? You know, someone can be, they're changing their circle of friends, and you can say that they're not interacting with you, they're now interacting with other people. But then there's this change of they now want to be isolated. Every time they're keeping to themselves, and as they're keeping to themselves, they also seem kind of disoriented. Kidogo ni kama haelewi place and time. They also kind of seem confused. They do not know who they are. They are not behaving as they used to behave in their social circles. That is a factor that you should look out for. Another thing is lack of interest in what they used to enjoy before. So this is someone who is always outgoing. They are the life of the party, and it does not necessarily mean a party, but they are very social. They used to be interested in going out. They're the kind of person who will always remind you, we have our book club on Thursday, we have our whatever, yeah? The things that they used to be interested in, their work, their family, they no longer have any interest in those things. Another thing is emotional outbursts. They are suddenly always overly happy or easily irritated, or their moods are very low. You know, hypomania and hypermania, that is, they are very actively happy, or they are low. Ikifika ni yeye kukua low, ako huko chini. Yeah, so how are they behaving emotionally? How is their emotional balance? They no longer seem to have a balance, because they are either high, or low, or they're also very easily irritable. The pettiest of things now irritates them. That can also be a factor to look out for. Another thing is change in behavior patterns. This is someone who has never had a history of using drugs or substances, but then all of a sudden they are always drinking, they are always smoking, they are always, under the influence of something. There's no time that you will ever find them sober. That can be a factor to also look out for. Also, has this person suddenly now become so violent? You have never known them as a violent person. In fact, they do not have any history of violence, but then now they are always engaging in fights. They're always provoking people. They always feel provoked at the slightest of things, and then this ends up leading to a violent outburst. That is also something to be concerned about. are you also noticing a problem in their personal grooming? Winning to, they were always looking nice, like I do. I always come to this channel, I try coming to this channel looking good, and then all of a sudden they are showing up looking so disoriented. Their hair is not well kept. You can feel that there's a scent, not a good scent. This is a person who ni kama hajaoga for some days. That is also something to look out for. In even how they dress, has someone changed from a person who used to always dress well to now you cannot understand why they have worn color green and color pink and color purple, and also a different kind of shoe? One leg has this kind of shoe, the other leg, is there an issue in their grooming? And then changes in sleep patterns. This might not be easy to identify if you're not living with that person, but then are they communicating to you that I am struggling to sleep, or hey, nowadays I am always oversleeping, I am always late where I'm going because I am oversleeping? So a change in sleep pattern is also a show of maybe there's something going on with their mental health. And then the last thing, and I think I had talked about this, is maniac and hypomaniac episodes. Are they always over happy? Not always. Are they now having episodes they are very over happy? They are, this joy, and it's not that normal kind of joy. They are now speaking over everyone. Ukienda kuongea, they can't give anyone else a chance to talk. They're the one who's always talking. In they now have ideas of grandiosity. Ukisikia vitu huyo mtu anaongea ni vitu za ajabu ajabu, that can be a concern. And also low episodes, this person no longer has the energy to do anything. They just want to keep to themselves. They do not want to be included in any activity. They're always saying they are tired. They do not have the energy to do anything. That is also a mental health concern. So I hope you have learned something in today's video to look out for, or the things to look out for when it comes to mental health in teenagers and in early adulthood. That is it for this video. Bye bye.